hip hop hold it down is what we do. So I just recently did a video where I went over all the songs that were essential in the Drake versus Kendrick beef. Definitely go check that out. So now I'm gonna actually give my rankings of the songs that were in the hip hop beef between Drake and Kendrick from worst to best. So we'll start off with the worst. To me, I think this is pretty easy. It's obvious. The worst song of this entire beef had to be Hard Part 6. Hard Part 6 is the last song of the entire beef where Drake basically waves a white flag. He waves a white flag. He sounds defeated, deflated. There's no energy. The song is basic. There's not even a real hook to it. This is everything that's not like Drake. This is an anti-top Drake song to where he doesn't even try to make it a feel-good type of record. It's just him explaining everything that happened, which is never good. It's never good when you try to explain yourself. But Drake is explaining himself in the record, saying that he gave Kendrick false information, which was never proven. And he sounded aggy. He sounded annoyed and like a sore loser. And yeah, this has to be the worst song of the entire beef because a lot of people predicted that Drake is going to do Hard Part 6. Kendrick is going to do like 12 a.m. in Toronto, something like that. And so you had this expectation of Drake giving us some type of heat, and he didn't deliver on it. Even the beat was basic. It was nothing special to it. So yeah, this is the worst song of the entire beef. Number 5, I have 616. Nobody really remembers this song. Kendrick did have great rapping in it. And again, it was more of a warning shot to where he doubled down on, hey, you ever think that there might be somebody in your crew that's leaking me this information? You sure you want to continue to go to war? Because it's going to get nasty. It's a great beat. It's just great rapping. It gave me nostalgic Kendrick Lamar. I said it in my video when I reacted to it. It feels like this would have been part of the Heart series, right? It just is the soul feeling, the soul sample, like, again, just phenomenal rapping. But Kendrick's always been a great rapper. So to me, 616 is at number 5. Not the greatest, and it's kind of forgotten. So that's why it's lower on the list. Now, at number 4 is where people probably going to get pissed, but it is what it is. I don't care. It's how I feel. At number 4, I have Family Matters. I do. I have Family Matters at number 4. I know a lot of people might have that at number 2, or if you're a Drake stan, have it at number 1, or if you're Maul. But to me, this is where he unbelievably dropped the ball. Forget what Kendrick did. To me, Drake's whole steez and his gift has been not making it about the better bars, not making it about who's the better writer, but making the better club banger, the better hit record. And the fact that he basically followed what Kendrick did on Euphoria and tried to show, hey, I can rap too, and I'm a beat switch, and it's like, that's cool, but none of those records are going to play in the club. None of those joints are going to really, it's not something that's really going to be played on radio. So I'm shocked that he went that route. And he had allegations in there to where he says that Kendrick beat his wife and that Dave Free is the real father of his children. I'm like, that's a wild allegations. And again, it's hip hop, so it doesn't have to be true. But in hip hop beef, it's all about what you believe. It's all about your credibility and how you can make the other person look away. And to me, my biggest issue with Drake is you always go to a person's girl or their wife or their baby mama to attack the person when you're basically saying that Whitney, Kendrick's girl, is unfaithful. So you not only are attacking Kendrick, now you're attacking his wife. So it's kind of like, I don't see what good that does. Like, either you pick a lane, either she cheated on him, or she's getting beat, but don't do both. Like, I think that was not smart. And again, he attacked a lot of different people in the song as well, instead of just focusing strictly on Kendrick, which I think is very, very not smart. Because when you just get to the first verse, and even the second verse, like the rapping is impeccable. Like his flow and his like his rapping ability is phenomenal, dog. Like again, the video of Family Matters, the beginning where he's crushing the family van, basically a parody of the cover for Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick, is like, that is goddamn genius, dog. I'm like, hot damn, that's genius. Like, that's so smart. And you're attacking Kendrick as a family man, and he betrays to be this activist and black messiah and all this. He attacks that, and I'm like, that's very smart. But then again, he drops the ball here, in my opinion. So I have it at number 4. I have it in the middle of the pack. Because of what I have number 3 is Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams was eerie. It was evil. I want to say it was Alchemist that did the beat. And it was just a straight up, in terms of, for battle rap fans, I think they all can agree, this was a quintessential battle rap record of how you break down your opponent and rebuttal them with everything your opponent says. So again, if Family Matters, in just the title alone, you know that Drake attacks Kendrick's family. He attacks his wife, his baby mom. He attacks Dave Free, his right-hand man. So now it's like, well, all limits are all gloves are off. Now I'm gonna attack you and your family, but I'm not going to attack them per se. I'm going to act like I'm giving them a therapy session and telling your family about you and how horrible of a job your parents did about you. Like, that's just like, golly. And he revealed that there was a fake kid, which in retrospect is like, that wasn't needed. Like, I can agree, I can admit, like, yeah, that wasn't needed. You could, everything you said could have still been good without doing the whole, you have a fake kid. But again, it's all creativity. And then the last verse, where he completely goes in on Drake and says, this ain't no rap battle, this is a lifelong battle with yourself. That is the line of the whole entire battle for me. Of all the songs and all the bars and the records, like, that to me hit home more than anything, because if you've been following Drake, you could tell that he's trying to find himself, and he keeps using other people to find himself as a rapper, instead of just being his true self, like, from the outside looking in. And so that line is just like, that hits home more than anything. And that was a great way to end that song. And it coming 30 minutes after Family Matters, which is unheard of, that it was a thought out, fully written out song that rebutted what Drake did, which speaks to what he did in 616, where he says there's a leak in your camp. So either Kendrick was right in telling the truth of there's a leak in your camp, or Kendrick is smart enough and strategic enough to know that Drake is going to say something about my family, so I'm gonna have something loaded in the clip for him, and I'm gonna drop it right after his to stop any momentum he have for Family Matters. If Meet the Grams is not a song you go back to listen to, like, to have a good time, it's not even Ether. Ether is an eerie beat, but it still has a bop to it. Meet the Grams don't have no bop to it. It's all just straight up diabolical evilness. And so that was just great strategy. And then it goes to what I think is the second best record of the entire beef, Not Like Us. This is where Kendrick out Drakes Drake. And he basically, in my opinion, does a parody of Drake and creates a club banger where it's dissing his opponent, and like badly. And the fact that the cover art, I didn't even go to the Meet the Grams, the cover art being a zoomed out version of what was on 616. Again, just showing you he was already, I think by the time he made 616, he already did Meet the Grams. I think he was just ready for whatever happened. In my opinion, I think Kendrick thought he was going to have to drop Not Like Us, because in his mind, Drake is probably going to give us a club banger. So I'm going to drop Not Like Us to follow that up, then probably do Meet the Grams. That's just my opinion. But yeah, Not Like Us, this was the song of the entire beef for a lot of people. The biggest record of the beef. I think if it wasn't for this record, he's not on the Super Bowl stage. Honestly. That's how big this record was. It was like a breath of fresh air in a weird way. DJ Mustard, Kendrick, the first time they did a record together where Kendrick it just sounds like he's having fun and goofing around for most of it, but he's still dressing down Drake in his ways in terms of being predatory and the people around him being predatory, and him using people in hip-hop Atlanta to get his swag, get his lingo, get his style, get his persona. And it goes back to Family Matters with Drake saying, you rapping like you're trying to free the slaves, which is like, that probably is the worst thing Drake could have did. Out of everything he did outside of the AI stuff with Pac and Snoop, that, again, I think is the most crucial misstep Drake could have ever did, because it proves just how out of tune you are and how much you just don't get it. Like, to tell another nigga, you sound like you rap like you're trying to free the slaves? And for someone to be from Toronto, that's not even American, to say that shit? Like, who has a white mama? Like, for you to say that is wild. And Kendrick exploited that. And he was genius in his songwriting. Kendrick has always been a great songwriter. And so I knew like this was a possibility. The OV hoes in the A minor, like that was just genius. Certified Lover Boy, certified pedophile, bop, 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 bop. Like, that was just genius. Like, this, Not Like Us was goddamn genius, bro. Not Like Us, man. And it reminds me of, for my battle rap people, battle rap fans, go watch A-Verb versus Murder Mook first round. Verb's first round, when he says, "You're not one of us." How many people have you had on your podcast? Not one of us. Talking about battle rappers and how Murder Mook, who is like the logo of battle rap, left battle rap to pursue music, did podcasts, did ventures outside of battle rap, and Verb is pointing out how Mook never invited anybody from battle rap to do any other ventures with him, right? So Mook, who is like the logo and like the pioneer of battle rap, comes back to do battle rap, and Verb is like, "No, nigga, you're a guest now. Like, you ain't invite us to do the stuff you did. You're not one of us." And so Drake has become the Murder Mook in the situation, even though he's not Murder Mook. But Kendrick was able to do great manipulation of being like, "Yeah, I'm the king for y'all. I'm here for y'all, right? Hip hop fans, I'm the guy for y'all." Drake is the guest in the house. Like, he's the one that doesn't care about us. He's the one that doesn't care to talk about our issues and doesn't have a true culture behind them, uses us for him to get popular. He's a true culture vulture, which is very smart, and I agree with a lot of what he says. And so he just put it in a very great way to get people to be behind that. So yeah, I have Not Like Us at number 2. I only have it at number 2 because of what I have number 1, which you can predict by now is Euphoria. To me, Euphoria is what like truly starts off the beef, in my opinion, to where now it's like, oh yeah, now it's guns blazing. We're in for a fight now. We know we're in for a fight now. But Kendrick responded to Taylor Made and Push-Ups. And the fact that he starts off with a soulful sample to where he's kind of trying to give a warning to Drake while also kind of already tearing down Drake. And then he goes from that, beat switches up, and now he just starts rapping and completely disses Drake and talks about how he hates him and how he's a culture vulture and how he treats women and how he's horrible to people. And he said everything that people who have not been a fan of Drake for many years, like myself, have been feeling. And probably a lot of people that have been going at Drake, from your Rick Ross to your French Montanas to your Metro Boomins to your Futures, that been waiting for someone to say what they've been feeling for so long and put it in a great way that's still entertaining, but he's still rapping and he has memorable lines. What is it, braids? Was it the braids? When I see you such a raid taking a pic, I think you see two bad bitches, like just stuff like that. Like, it's just like, what? But just, Kendrick just was on another level in Euphoria. To me, this is the best rapping of any song of all the songs in the beef. To me, Kendrick's Euphoria, he is on a whole nother level. Because, again, like I said, he's able to not only be witty, funny, he's able to be lyrical, he's able to have standout moments, he's able to have beat switches, flow switches, and he's able to be direct. There's no innuendos, and he completely disrespects Drake. And even then, he's still like, I can take this further. How many black features before you feel like you're black enough? Like, it's just like, hot damn. Like, it's just so, man. But let me know, what was your favorite track? What was your least favorite track? Again, I don't care what the consensus is. What do you feel was the best track? If you feel like it was Family Matters, I'm willing to hear that out. If you feel like it was Tailor Made or 616, I'm willing to hear that out. If you feel like it was Meet the Grams, I'm willing to hear that out. So let me know what you felt was the best and the worst record of the beef. It's a free country. You can say whatever you want. I don't care. So like, comment, subscribe, share all the things of the things. Hip hop, hold it down. Hold it down. So we do me.